Hello everybody, the Ryman here, coming to you with This War of Mine, a game that I have been anticipating in my own head of playing for a long time now. It's hard to explain what this game exactly is. It's like kind of like the simulation slash strategy sort of game where it's point and click and you are a bunch of civilians trying to survive in a besieged city, getting by on whatever supplies you can until the war is over, basically. And from what I understand, the game is procedurally generated, so the war could last any number of days, and you just have to try and survive and make a lot of morally questionable decisions that could affect your group and affect the people around you. So, obviously enough, just from that description alone, this game is already up my alley. I've played at least 1 week into the game, and I have loved it. So we are going to start up here. I did not know there were multiple stories, huh? Well, we're going to go with random. I'm going to give this a shot here. Day 1. This game has a day and night system, so during the day you basically have to manage and maintain your base and make some decisions as to like what you eat, what you drink, the condition of your survivors, and then at night you basically go scavenging. And it's a very in-depth game, very excellent. It's overwhelmingly positive responses in the Steam community, so I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm going to give it a good shot here. How long has this siege lasted? It's hard to say when every day is a struggle for survival. The city is crawling with snipers. Shelling is ordinary business almost every night. Phones don't work, there's a shortage of foods and meds, and many people are left homeless. Bruno and Marco have always been good friends, so when the war broke out they decided to stick together. They met Pavle while scavenging for supplies. He used to be Pagoran's star football player. Now he's just another homeless victim of war, so they teamed up, hoping for the best. Alright, so here we are. Okay, so our shelter is one depressingly ugly ruin. We should do something about it. This is the menu screen, and it pauses everything in the background, so you can actually catch your breath because the game does move on in terms of 10-minute increments. We only have one chair. We lack beds, and we have to sleep on the floor. It's hard to get a good night's sleep on hard, cold concrete, and the condition of those who are sick or wounded may drastically worsen. We don't have a radio. We don't know what's going on in the city. We really miss books. A good book could help us forget the horrors of war. Staying here, though, is slightly better than living on the streets. We lack cigarettes! Exclamation point. We have breaches in the walls. Our shelter is not safe, and we have to constantly be on guard. Essentially, what's over here in our things is that it's going to show you all your different supplies, like the amount of water you have, sugar, things like that. You can click on these to check out bios of your different characters. So Pavle, he's a fast runner. Before this whole mess happened, I lived with my wife and son in the better part of the city. I haven't seen them in a long time. I hope they're okay. I'm not doing so well, as you can see. Who needs football players during war? Nobody cares about sports when every day can be their last, so I scavenged the ruins like everyone else, hoping for the best. Under here would be like little journal entries to get the thoughts of your characters. Here's Bruno. He's a good cook and he's a smoker. Before the war, I used to own a restaurant. I even had my own TV show, Bruno's Cuisine. I'm sure you've seen it. I visited beautiful places where I was filmed cooking exquisite dishes. All that seems of no importance now, don't you think? Nowadays, you're lucky if you can get your hands on some canned meat or a bag of rice, and who knows how long this war is going to last. Exactly. And Marco, a skilled scavenger. Keep in mind that. I thought I'd been through hell before. I'm a fireman. I've entered blazing buildings to save lives more times than I care to remember. But back then I had people teamed up against a common foe, namely the fire. Nowadays, your former neighbor can kill you because your grandparents spoke a different language than his. This is true hell on earth. So as you can see, is point and click. You can click on your different survivors, and there's all these different functionalities you can do around here. There's a little like workshop sort of area right here. There's a fridge where you can stock your supplies. Marco's suggesting we look around, which is not a bad idea. You can right click to run, it would seem. And these hand indicators means you can search through something to see what's in them. So in this case, I'm having Marco see if there's anything in the desk. And wouldn't you know it, there's a lockpick, some mechanical parts, and some electric parts. So grab all of that. Now you have a limited amount of stuff you can take in your backpack when you go scavenging, but here everything is put into a single like inventory, your base's inventory per se. So as you can see here, there's some clean water. This is important. I don't even need to emphasize how important clean water is, especially in this environment. So let's see about going down here. This is the medicine cabinet, so putting bandages, pain meds, and stuff like that, that's where that goes. Let's have you clear out that stuff. Ooh, some components. Components are definitely useful. Nails, duct tape, plastic containers. We got some wood. Wood is used to fuel stoves, heaters, that sort of thing. Let's see what else we can do around here. It's a very, very kind of dark atmosphere. Oh shit, he feels ill. Slightly wounded, slightly wounded, slightly sick. Marco's the only one who's like 100% right now. Now, if you had certain like items, you could get through like rubble faster, but unfortunately I don't have that right now, so the herbs can be used to make medication and roll up cigarettes. Take all this. Let's try to get through as much of this area as we can. Search through every single bit of scrap we can muster. Day 1 is basically the preparation day. I really wish I had like a bed or something, that way we can have Pavle and Marco rest. But alas, we do not have such accommodations. See if you can get through that. Now, you can't go outside during the day. From what I understand, if you go outside during the day, you'll be sniped. You'd be taking a huge risk for essentially no reason, so. Looks like he's almost through. Let's see what's in that cabinet. More medical herbs. Very nice. Have him start going through that rubble. We'll have you sit down because you're sick. Keep clearing out what I can. I don't want to waste any of my lockpicks. Actually, this might be a good time to look at what we can make. Once it hits 12, we'll automatically be taken to nighttime, the night cycle, which is where a big part of the game begins. Ooh, and check this out. We actually can make a lot of stuff here. Purify rainwater. That could definitely be useful. Fuel. Rainwater collector. A simple contraption to collect and filter rainwater needed for cooking and making alcohol. Might be wise to build a couple of them. So the number on the left is what's required, and the number on the right is what we have. Let's see, metal workshop used to make tools such as shovels, crowbars, and knives. We could make our own moonshine. That's something. We can make a stove so we can actually cook better meals. Heater. Right now I want to make a bed. Can I make a bed and a rainwater collector? Let's see. 21. Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like I can make a bed and a rainwater collector. I'm guessing the rainwater collector isn't just for making alcohol, but it'll let us get a good amount of water so we can get by day. Let's start with the bed. We will place it here. And we'll make a rainwater collector and put it like somewhere around here. Now, just because I've played for a week does not mean I understand like everything about this game. Not even close. For what it's worth, what I've tried doing in-game only ended in disaster. So, hoping that we can actually get through a full walkthrough of this game and not die a horrible death. That would be nice. We have a bed here so Bruno can get some sleep. Thank God. Rainwater collector, we'll put it right there. Looks like these guys are almost done clearing the way. I want to save the lockpicks. So we're going to have him sit down. Have you come up here. Alright, how is it going? What should I make? Okay, we're gonna need a filter. Let's see about that. Can we make a filter? Yes, we can. Oops. No. Oh, shit. Oh, no. It's not 12. It's 8. Oops. Here I thought I was being smart. Oops. Sorry, I feel kind of like a dummy. Alright, so this is the nighttime cycle. I'm gonna try not to sound like such a smarty pants, because clearly I just messed up there. I thought I had till 12, not 8. So these are all the different areas we can go. This is how much space we have in our backpack, so Marco can carry the most stuff, while Bruno can carry the least. I'm gonna have Bruno sleep because he's sick. I want to keep one person on guard. And Marco is going to scavenge. So we have the quiet house, the ruined villa, and the abandoned cottage. Housing estate that remains almost untouched. It's a calm area of little houses with porches and gardens. Most of these houses are still inhabited. People are trying to live normal lives here. We've got nothing to look for there unless we're willing to steal. So only go to the quiet house if we feel desperate. The ruined villa. Lots of stuff there. People still live here against all odds. Must have some supplies stocked. They cannot, like canned food and possibly bandages or medicine, but they don't want to trade. We could try to steal from them. A family barricaded themselves in this house, but despite their efforts, looters got inside. It's been abandoned ever since. Still, we might find some useful things that the looters overlooked or left behind. Let's go there. Sounds like This is our best choice. That won't lead us to get killed, hopefully. Because we don't have any weapons. We'll bring one lockpick. Whew. Those red dots mean that there's footsteps of some sort, so we gotta be careful. Let's take a look. Alright, seems okay for now. But we gotta be careful. If we get caught out, we don't have anything to defend ourselves with. So the entire idea of this is we're not going to get all the stuff that's in this location, but we can get as much as we can. Like, there we go, a lot of wood. Actually, I don't want to take all this wood. I think what would be best is if we look in the fridge. Oh shit. Ah, it's just a rat. It has to be just a rat. Family photo of parents and 2 daughters. Good thing the girls don't resemble their father. He looks like a bear. Ah, there we go. Food. Let's put the shell casings back, cause... and the electric parts for now. We have herbs, so let's take some water. See, it's all about what we could use. On the first day, they robbed us. 2 days later, they murdered our girls. I shot every one of them, but I don't want to use the gun anymore. It's broken and buried in the backyard. The next part looks shaky. If you're reading this, don't look for me. Ah, shit. Whatever family lived here lost his girls. Oh, looks abandoned in here. Alright, let's use this lockpick. There might be some stuff in here. Some bandages. And herbal meds. Well, if anything, this should get us by. Weapon parts. Eco parts, tobacco and herbs, fertilizer, homegrown tobacco. It's not like we can actually make tobacco right now to begin with, so that's not exactly in my high priority list. If we can find any more, like, sort of bandages or medicine, I'll take that as my last thing. Or I might take parts. I'm not even going to try to dig through that right now, because, quite frankly, it would take me forever. Take all my scavenging time. Oh, thank God this place is completely abandoned. Alright. Let's head up here and grab mechanical parts we found. We'll keep them. We'll keep the sugar here because we don't really need it. Some of that. All right. Pretty much got everything we can in our backpack. Let's see if we can clear this out before time runs out. Yeah, well, we don't have a shovel. Looks like this will take about an hour's worth of time. Ooh, might be even more than that. Might be an hour and a half. Can we get this cleared, though? Looks like we'll make it just in time. I just want to look in that cabinet before we leave. Alright, got it. Ah, shit. Alright, run to exit. I'm pretty sure we'll just leave automatically if the time runs out, but I'd rather just get there before it does. Marco's back.